scared of a virus that has a 99% a possibility of living, right? Or however you say that. Okay, so some of these people are saying, you know, the truckers are unlawful, and some of these people are, mainstream media are saying, we heard you. Oh, we heard you, and go home. And what are we going to do about that? You have to stay. You have to stay. I mean, to call for our shameful, hate-mongering Prime Minister to call you guys a fringe movement is an insult. I'm insulted as a Canadian that he would have the balls to say that. He actually has no balls. Specific example. The other day I saw CTV Ottawa. I saw a woman interview a trucker. This trucker, his name is Jeff Gaudry. He drove from Vernon across the country to get to Ottawa, and CTV did an interview with him. This woman that did the interview, her name was Annette Gerner. It was the most appalling, insulting interview I've ever seen in my life. Well, I think I might have seen worse, but she grilled him and nailed him, and she's like, what are you doing here? Why are you here? Oh, we heard you, or whatever. I would like to apologize to Jeff Gaudry as someone who has been a broadcaster for my whole life for that appalling interview. CTV, you owe Jeff an apology too. So, we have a doctor here. We have Dr. Nagase, and I know that the media has treated him terribly. I know that the media has treated Dr. Hoff terribly. I noticed that the media has treated Malthouse terribly. I mean, you name it. You know what everybody needs to do is follow the silence. If there is a doctor that is trying to speak to you and you are not hearing from him, that's the doctor you should listen to. So mainstream media, global news, whom my heart is broken because I worked for them for so long. They provided me a life. I could provide a life for my children working there. It was great. It was a good paycheck, you know? But you have broken my heart, global news, with your bullshit reporting. Don't let anybody tell you that you are misinformed. The people that don't want this ridiculous vaccine, I don't even know what's in it, right? But like, if you don't want this, if people like us, we've done so much research which has been mocked. But you know what? Research is just looking something up on the internet, and we are reading what other doctors are saying. We can read. Did the mainstream media forget that we can read? And they should read. We have convinced everybody not to do their own research. What the hell is that? It's completely appalling. And I blame them because I've put stories on the air saying stuff like that. And it's ridiculous. It was actually making me sick pressing those buttons and putting those kind of nonsense stories on the air. And what else? Anyway, so that's where we're at. Mainstream media misinformation. You guys can feel better about yourself that you knew the answer and you are not validated for that. You were not, nobody recognized you. And everybody here has been through so much bullshit and lost friends and had fights with people over this vaccine. Okay, 90% of the people, I think in Canada, are vaccinated against the measles. I think about 80 are vaccinated with COVID, right? Good enough. End it. End it. End this shit. And one other thing I would like to say. Do people know who Brian Peckford is? Brian Peckford, I think, is the only living human being that helped draft our Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms in 1981. Right? And what he is doing now is he is filing a lawsuit against the federal government because even he is disgusted with the lack of freedom that Canadians are getting. And do you know what? The mainstream media, I haven't seen a single decent report about what Brian Peckford is doing. Just think about that. A man who wrote your Charter of Rights and Freedoms is getting the shittiest coverage by the mainstream media because they are pushing this vaccine agenda. And what they are doing is they are writing these stories in a way where it makes it seem like he's talking about travel. The reason that he had to pick travel is because you have to pick one thing in the charter, right? So that's what he picked because travel, your right to travel is something we all have, right? So that's the one he's going on. So I would just say I'm sick of this discrimination. When people talk about their freedoms, it means that I should have the choice whether my 12-year-old takes this vaccine or not. Okay? You have taken that right away from me. And you have now ostracized my child because he can't go to a goddamn movie. He can't go to a restaurant. He can't go to the gym. And before I forget, one note about the vaccine injured. You have also been unacknowledged by mainstream media. So I started a little channel. Okay, I might do a little blatant self-promotion here, but I started a channel on Rumble, and I started to talk to nurses. I talked to vaccine-injured people. I talked to regular people, bus drivers that got laid off. And you know what Global News did? They suspended me, and then they fired me. They said that I was not upholding journalistic principles.
Liars!
What the fuck?
Liars!
Okay, so if you want to find me, and if you want to help me, I need your help, okay? So you can find me on Facebook, type in my name, Anita Krishna. You can find me on Instagram. I don't use Instagram, it's for the young people, but if you go to Anita Krishna 5, I put links there to how you can find me because I couldn't think of an easy way to do it. So Anita Krishna 5, and I need your help because you have to help me take down the mainstream media.
Judo, you're fired!
They didn't support you. Mainstream media did not support your voice. I know that because I was putting those stories on the air. I've also put Bonnie Henry on the air more times than I can count. And I couldn't make any sense of what that woman was saying. So, just let's support each other because we didn't get the support that we needed from mainstream media. So let's support each other. And if there's something else I have to say, I can't remember what it is. But thank you. Thank you for listening.
Give it up for Anita! Power yes! You ever hear on the other side of the media comes out and tells the truth of what's going on behind closed doors? And you gotta love our freedom doctors who are out standing up and speaking for us. And I'm so thankful and happy to introduce you today to Dr. Daniel Nagase. Come on up.
Thank you very much. Each and every one of you who have come out here today is a hero. Every single one of you has taken that first step on the hero's journey. And I'll tell you what a hero's journey is about. It's about courage. Courage to speak the truth. Courage to stand up for the truth. And I am so happy and proud each and every one of you for taking because we have an immense enemy before us. Removing Justin Trudeau from office is only the first step. I'll tell you why. Because in 2019, the Parliament of Canada passed Bill C-39 that removed the spread of false news from the criminal code. Justin Trudeau is only the head of the problem. Every parliamentarian who was involved in drafting Bill C-39 to remove the spread of false news from the criminal code is complicit in the tyranny that has been brought upon us for the past 2 years. Parliament must change. And thank you to all the truckers of Canada. I believe that the truckers of Canada can form a new parliament. A parliament of the people. Because the parliament of 2019, whether they know it or not, whether they were too stupid to realize it or not, by removing the spread of false news from the criminal code, they enabled Pfizer, the greedy corporate media, to lie to an entire nation, to lie to the world. Tell me that this was not planned in advance in 2019. Tell me that the Parliament of Canada was not corrupted for decades. But the problem does not end with Parliament. The problem actually extends to the Supreme Court of Canada. And I'll tell you why. In November of 2021, a brave lawyer from Montreal filed a federal case. His name is Lucien Codier. And he filed a case in federal court to challenge the vaccine mandate. Justice Grammond of the federal court in Ottawa decided against Lucien Codier's challenge to the vaccine mandate. And one of the reasons he gave was something called judicial notice. So for those of you who don't know, judicial notice is something that a judge can issue when that judge thinks something is a fact, that it does not need evidence and does not need proof. You would be right. If a judge thinks that something is uncontroversial, beyond reasonable debate, that judge can issue a judicial notice and turn that into a legal fact. A judge who is not a scientist can issue judicial notices. And guess what this Judge Grammond said? In his judgment, he cited a 2001 judgment by the Supreme Court of Canada that affirmed a justice's right to declare judicial notice for things that judges think are obvious facts. This goes back to 2001 in the Supreme Court of Canada. Let me tell you how egregious a falsehood judicial notice is. We live on a planet, in a universe. We live in all of creation. Not even God, not even the Creator, not even Gaia expects you to believe anything without presenting you with evidence, without presenting you with proof. Because the proof of existence is all around you. And the justices of the Supreme Court of Canada have the arrogance to say they can declare something a fact without proving evidence or providing proof. That is an insult to all of creation. That is an insult to we have a momentous task. We have to correct our Prime Minister. We have to correct our Parliament. We have to correct our Supreme Court.